When we do football drills, we probably start like 5 yards away from each other. I don't know if people can gauge how far. We were legit 20 yards separated. Like, I was at full speed when I hit Kyle. Like, and I was just like, oh my God, I think I killed this guy.
Hey everyone, it's Devin Simone, your host for the Challenge Aftermath. This week I have the cast of the Challenge Double Agents, and with me I have CT, Kyle, Fessy, Amber B, and Corey. Now, this week's challenge involved a volcano and then some drama around who's going in because we're getting down to the wire. Let's dive into it.
To begin, each of you must race 5 miles across the frozen terrain of a volcano. You'll descend 500 feet into the crater. Search for and find your partner.
Amber, can you tell us about, TJ comes in and he says one partner has to go with him. What are you guys thinking in this moment? Can you set that up for us?
TJ comes in, gathers us around. We need to decide who leaves with TJ and who stays behind.
I wanted to send Nanny. I wish Nanny went instead of me.
Wasn't it you and Leroy? You and Leroy were the only 2 guys that were like, okay, no, we're gonna send our girls.
Goodbye, Nanny, have a good one.
So why did you guys send all the guys? Like, was that a mistake?
TJ was like, all right, pick somebody. And we're like, well, what are they doing? He's like, just pick somebody. So we're like, all right, in our mind, we're thinking we're gonna go compete. It has to be guys' day. So if TJ wakes us up at 3 in the morning to go compete, I'm like, I wanna compete. And then it was vice versa.
You just want a well-balanced team because you just never know. I feel like a lot of the teams that were, I guess you could say, guy dominant, this isn't gonna be their challenge. You want a team that's well-rounded, and I felt comfortable with Cam going against the other girls.
When we were in the Jeep, when we were traveling towards the challenge, how pissed off was everyone with CT that he was rogue? We were pissed, wasn't we? We were pretty pissed.
We were just talking a whole bunch of about CT.
He wasn't in the truck with us.
Amber, how did it feel searching through a volcano?
I did not make it. One thing I do not like is numbers, and the mental part for me, that was my struggle. First of all, I'm very dyslexic, especially when it comes to numbers. I have to write everything down and see it. That wasn't possible for me. I just can't do it without writing it down, and I mix numbers up and I switch them out. I read like that too. It's just always been an issue for me. This is the first time that me and Fessy were going to be doing something together, teamed up together, so I was bummed that I didn't finish.
Amber, you should have heard the amount of shit Fessy was talking about you in the volcano. I had to stop him. He just was like,
Is this what we're doing right now?
like this? He was like,
you weren't even in the volcano, Kyle.
Here's the thing, I was ahead of all the girls. I can run for days. So if I was just good at the math part, me and Fessy would have had it. Like, it just wasn't my day. It just not something.
Yeah, you could outrun Kyle probably.
No, never.
Amber.
Not a single man can, yeah.
There is so much shade.
The moment Cam got me out of the volcano and we were running, I'm like, okay, where's Amber? We're running to one of the checkpoints. And I don't mean to laugh, but Amber, you just look up with these like puppy dog eyes and you're just like, good job, guys.
I know, I had to cheer them on.
Like, deuces, we're about to go win this challenge. We'll see you later.
I mean, I'm happy. Like, I even told you, Corey, throughout this whole season, I'm like, I was proud of you. If anything, I want to see you, win. So I was just happy to see you there because I know you've had a crazy season, So of course I'm going to cheer you all on.
And Corey, how did it feel with you and Cam winning? Tell me a little bit about that. How did you feel in that moment?
I think when it comes to challenges, you need to win on the right days. If you feel like your name's coming up and you're going to be thrown into an elimination, I needed the win. So when Cam came through for me and then she solved that puzzle at the end, I was really proud of her.
I don't want to be the guy that's just good at the challenges and makes it to the end and could never put the cherry on top. I'm a winner, and I want everybody to know that.
It seemed like you wanted to go in to elimination so that you could get Casey.
Hey, Amber, this had nothing to do with you because I knew you could run, and that was going to be a big part in the final. But it was me being powerless the whole season. I kept getting stolen. I was the only guy to get stolen by a female, and that's just the way the game was. I'm not scared of elimination. Everybody thought I was because I didn't go in against Joseph. This is a decision I can make. If I want Casey to run the final with, all right, let me go prove it again, take the ball into my hands.
My problem with you, Fessy, during this whole moment was the night before. You literally pulled me inside and you were like, just forget about like the challenge. I'm not upset. Let's run this final together. I know you can run. I believe in you. Let's do this. Like, you made me believe, like,
Messy
wasn't cool to me.
Fessy.
It just
Basically,
wasn't cool to
Fessy
me.
pulled a CT,
And-
the same thing CT
No,
did
the
to
thing
Big
is,
T.
though, is like Fessy did this to me all season. He would never say anything. He couldn't even look at me when he would vote for me. Like, I literally flipped him off at one point before I went in the chamber to cast my vote, because I'm like, I know what you're about to do. You can't even look me in the eye right now. So, like, my thing is he just could never have a conversation with me. This whole season, like, you're the only one in my alliance I felt like I couldn't trust 100%.
Yeah, and I understand where you're coming from, but I had a lot of stuff I was fighting in my head, you know, and I get you had what you were fighting and battling for, but what I was battling for was I felt helpless and everything. Like, you didn't tell me you were picking me the elimination before, you know, and you did what
I didn't have to. Just
Okay,
like no one
just
else
like
told you either.
just like-
but
okay,
here's
but now
the
you're
thing. But
giving me
I also
for not telling you I wanna go
because
in.
the night before you told me we're sticking together. You tell me one thing and the next day you say something else.
That's gameplay.
Okay, again, you're messy.
Can we talk about the real reason on why you went into elimination? The night before, me and Fessy, we were staying up, we were talking, and there was these dice right by us, and I was like, all right, Fessy. I was like, all right. I said, all right, Fessy, grab a dice. And he grabbed the die, I grabbed the die, and I was like, all right, we're gonna roll this, and if we hit matching numbers, if we get the same numbers, it's fate. Boom, we both roll. We both hit 5 or like 2.
Double fives. No, you said if you rolled doubles. So you rolled doubles. And then I was like, oh, and I was like, all right, for shits and giggles, let me see. And I rolled doubles too. And we're like, I gotta go in.
CT, Fess the Mess, it says you're not anything anymore, and you guys get in an argument. Tell me about that.
I've heard it before. You know, I'm getting older, you know. Surprisingly, I've had a better win percentage during my dad bod era than I ever did in my 20s. You know, he's hungry, he wants to make a name for himself, and he's willing to make tough decisions that nobody wants to make.
Honestly, I had never seen no old seasons of CT, and I didn't know CT's history. You know, I just came in fresh, and whoever was in front of my face this season, that's who I was gonna compete against. And actually, after we got off this season, I went and watched some of CT's clips. Oh, this is why he gets the respect, you know, because he's literally in people's face, just like, what are you gonna do about it? And people are like, nothing.
CT, do you feel like people should do their research before coming into seasons, right?
It's probably a good thing that they didn't watch the show, you know? It gives me an edge. And one thing I respected about him, like, he didn't have an agenda to get rid of people to help him win the final. It was more of, I don't care who's in the final, I just want to get there because I think I could beat everybody. And you gotta respect that.
In my head, I'm like, CT, I wanna be a problem, you know?
Fessy, do you feel like you proved what you came out to prove to CT?
This season was very tough for me because it was partner situation, and so a lot of stuff wasn't in my control. It was which team had, you know, a balanced team. Just because I thought I could outrun the guys, it didn't matter because you had to do it with your partner. I'm just itching to show my abilities and my capabilities, and I can't even do it.
Welcome to the challenge, my friend.
I think what it was is, like, even like Cam was saying it. She was just like, Fessy says how he doesn't want to be with any of you. We were just a burden. We were just dead weight to you.
Fessy wanted to clone himself. This is what Fessy wanted to do. He wanted to clone himself and just be with himself and run the final with Fessy. Fessy wanted to be with Fessy.
And I get it, it's more than a competition show. There's feelings involved, there's all this. I don't know, I just let my competitiveness get the best of me this season.
And now we're gonna go to elimination.
To begin, you're each going to start on either side of that hallway facing your opponent. When I say go, you will run through your opponent and hit the button at the end.
Fessy ran through me. Listen, he's got 2 inches on me. I'm talking about height, not other areas. He's got 2 inches on me.
I was wondering.
He's got 2 feet wider than me. I thought we were going to meet in the middle and then wrestle it out a little bit. He had other plans. He was just not even concerned about me and just wanted to get to the other side. He won fair and square and screwed me up. Either that excuse or I was medically disqualified. I'll go with that one. Either or excuses will do for me.
Yeah, because you twist your finger, right? So what's going on with that?
It's still... Can you see it?
Yeah.
Still like screwed up.
Yeah.
Fessy, you owe me medical bills. I didn't do that to you. You did this to me.
It happens, that happens, man, in physical man.
Kyle, do you feel like that's a part of Fessy playing dirty? Because they say he plays dirty. Do you feel like he did that?
With me, I had the wrong strategy, so he was playing clean and like wanted to just run through me to the other side. Whereas I tried to grab a hold of Fessy, which I shouldn't have done. It was an idiot move. I grabbed hold of him, and when he got up from me grabbing hold of him, I grabbed him under his body armor. And when he got up, he just took my finger with him, and it was just snapped, and I was like, oh, that's not good.
Kyle, you have a habit of breaking things in Hall Brawl, or getting injured at least in Hall Brawl. Do you feel like they're just bad luck?
No,
or like...
no, I go against people that are far bigger than me. Fessy's a football player. Like I was ever gonna beat him. I was planning on running the other direction.
If I had my choice of eliminations, that's not what I would pick. Like a lot of the challenge, we can all attest to this. We're trying to survive.
When I was like on the sidelines and I was going to run back in, I thought, damn it, he hit me hard the first time and I didn't even have a broken finger. The second time's going to hurt a lot more. I got medically disqualified and they sent me home. Wasn't the worst thing to happen. My finger was pointing the other way. I was like, okay, see you guys.
You're like, I'll take my hand. And so how did you feel, Kyle, about Cam and Corey throwing you in?
I totally understand how Leroy's last season is this one because he's not coming back from this. Leroy pulled me into a room, me, Nanny, CT, Cam, and said if we all vote Fessy in, she was going to throw herself down with Corey, and then Corey was go against Fessy in this whole big showdown thing in Nelson's honor.
We all vote Fessy, right? Cam's gonna throw herself down there. You think it's a setup?
Yeah, it's not a setup.
Kyle, I would not bull you, bro. That's my word as a man.
Basically, Cam's gonna nominate herself to go down. Corey's not gonna want to. Cam's gonna put up a fight. They're going down.
I smelled that. I smelled it in the air.
We all get off the bus. Corey goes, hey, wait a minute. I just want to let you know they tried to put me and you against each other. I was already on one, and then when I heard that shit, I was like, damn.
I want to switch gears and talk to Amber really quick. So Amber, Fessy wins and then decides to dump you as a partner.
Honestly, I don't want to be with someone that doesn't want to be with me. I much rather win with someone that wants to win with me. So for me, I was cool with who I got partnered with. I remember Darrell, when he left, he said, stick with CT any chance you get. He can eat. And that boy, he knows what he's doing. So I can't get mad.
I mean,
yeah, it's not a bad partner to have at all.
Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah.
Corey, question for you. Lay out who the final pairings are.
All right, so we're heading into the final, and right now we got OGCT himself partnered with the up-and-coming Rookie of the Year, Amber, and then we got me and Killer Cam, and then you got Team Big Brother, you got Fessy, and you got Casey, and then you got Leroy and Nani, who they go back all the way to Real World Las Vegas together, so that's like Team Real World. So it's going to be a good final. I mean, it's got everything that you need, and it's one for the books.
Teams are looking well-balanced, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you guys have talked about balance a lot throughout this show, and that being the key to success. How are each of you guys feeling about your pairings going into this final?
For me, I feel confident. Cam is the person that I chose. After I won my elimination, I was like, Cam, you're the person I want to run this final with, so I was happy with it.
To me, it looked like every team that was in that final thought they can win. That says a lot.
I was nervous. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know how long it was going to last. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. And I was just happy to be partnered with anyone because I was just happy I made it. I was blessed I made it that far my first season, so.
A final is mentally exhausting. I knew Casey had what it took mentally. She literally has Mind Strong tatted on her neck. But I knew it was going to be tough because all the teams were there for a reason. Nobody was given anything this season. Everybody went in, some people more than once to elimination. You know, Amber proved herself not once, but twice as a rookie. So everybody deserved to be there. So I was just happy to be there as well.
Well, you guys also deserve to play another one of my games because you know I love it and you guys are good sports. So we're gonna play trivia. So the first one, Corey, you will wait to answer this one, okay? Because it's about you, so you'll reveal if they're right or not. Yes, this is about
Corey,
you. All
give me
right.
something here.
What season did Corey meet Cheyenne? Write it on your cards, ladies and gents.
Ooh, a little Teen Mom crossover, huh?
I don't know this stuff.
You gotta just write an answer.
I'm just gonna
Amber.
smiley face. Okay.
No, Amber, next one is gonna be a real answer, okay? I expect more from you. All right, we have Rivals 3 from Kyle. We have Dirty 30 from Fessy. CT is forever writing a dissertation.
Look, Corey can't wait to show his answer. He
See,
knew he got this one right.
Not
I know
in
this
part
one.
3.
Not in part 3.
CT, not in part 3. Which one was it? Rivals 3. Did you
1
get that?
point for Kyle.
Yo, I got it.
Yeah, Kyle. Kyle's good at this game.
All we do is sit in the house and talk about stories. I actually listen, unlike you guys.
Corey, you also have to sit this one out. All right, name
Very nice.
2 MTV shows Corey has appeared on, excluding the challenge. Let's see, Kyle. What do you have?
You said 2?
Teen Mom and X on the beach.
Definitely writing
Okay, and
Teen Mom and X on the
that's
beach.
too far. Okay,
The grind.
Amber has Teen Mom. I feel like CT got it right, but Corey, give us a quick rundown of MTV shows you've been on. Go.
I mean, we started with The Real World, then you did The Challenge, and then X on the Beach, Teen Mom, How Far is Tattoo Far? You guys know the deal.
Next question. Who was the final male player to receive a red skull on Total Madness? Who was the final male player to receive a red skull on Total Madness? I wonder if the viewers at home would get this.
I got it.
Okay.
Hey!
No, it was Rogan, wasn't it?
We got a Kyle,
Kyle, how do you not
We have a Kyle and a Kyle.
Well,
Everybody
Rogan
got
won
it
the
right
last
but
elimination.
Kyle.
See, I don't listen to stuff about myself. It's all about Corey. That's what I listen to.
I like that spin, Kyle. You're actually really good at spinning things. All right, who did CT beat in Elimination on Invasion of the Champions to make it to the finals?
I was there, front row
Who
seat,
did
baby!
CT beat in Elimination?
Front row seat.
Oh, I just saw the answer, so I'm not even gonna write it down.
Amber,
No!
we are going to do a research trivia because you were forever seeing the answers. All right, so Fessy
CT.
has Darrell, Kyle has Darrell, Corey, what are you putting up?
Darrell, I was
You guys
front
all
row
put
seats
Darrell.
for that
CT,
one. That
what
was a
is
good
the
one.
answer, CT?
Darrell.
Yes, good job. It is Darrell. And that concludes this episode of the Challenge Aftermath. It has been so much fun hanging with you guys, watching you guys, seeing you guys win, fight. We're rooting for you all. And thank you everyone for watching this episode of the Challenge Aftermath. And stay tuned for more episodes of the Challenge Double Agents. And now, here's a sneak peek from next week.
We're leaving.
All right, agents, this is it, the final mission. Not all of you are gonna see day 2.
Let me just look at it.
Let's look at it with him. They fighting.
The goal of today is very simple. Survive.